Today I stand before you as a proud son of this land, a people who have endured much, yet continue to show resilience, hope, and strength. It is an honor to speak about the journey we have taken and the path that lies ahead. For too long, our people have faced challenges that seemed insurmountable. Poverty, conflict, and a lack of opportunity have plagued us, but we are a people who have always known that these struggles are not permanent. We are not defined by the hardships we endure, but by the will to rise, to transform, and to build a future for ourselves and for the generations to come. In the leadership of Ibrahim Traoré, we see a reflection of that indomitable spirit. He has taken up the mantle in a time of crisis, not out of desire for power, but out of a deep commitment to the people of Burkina Faso. He stepped forward not as a politician, but as a protector of our future, as a guardian of our sovereignty. Ibrahim Traoré has shown that leadership is not about the luxury of comfort, but the courage to make difficult decisions. Under his guidance, we have seen our nation rally in the face of adversity. We have seen unity where there was division, and above all, we have seen a renewal of our hope. It is not a hope born from promises, but from actions, from a clear vision for a stronger, safer, and more prosperous Burkina Faso. But we must not forget that the work is not done. The challenges remain, and they will require more than just words. They will require unity, determination, and a shared commitment to our values and to one another. I call on all of us, young and old, men and women, those who have seen the struggles and those who have yet to experience them, to come together in this critical moment. Let us remember that it is not just the leader who shapes the destiny of a nation, but the collective will of its people. In the face of terror and the forces that seek to tear us apart, we must stand firm. We must hold our ground. We must defend the future of Burkina Faso with everything we have. And in doing so, we will not only secure the prosperity of our nation, but we will show the world what it truly means to fight for freedom, for dignity, and for the future of our children. Let us stand together, not just as citizens of Burkina Faso, but as a united people, bound by our shared history, our struggles, and our dreams. The future is ours to create. Our journey as a people has been one marked by hardship, yet it is through these challenges that our true strength has emerged. Burkina Faso, like many nations, has faced periods of difficulty, economic struggles, political instability, and, most recently, the rise of violent extremism that has threatened the very fabric of our society. However, these challenges do not define us. What defines us is our unyielding spirit, our collective determination to rise above adversity, and the resilience that is deeply embedded within our hearts. From the moment we declared our independence, the people of Burkina Faso have known the weight of struggle, yet we have never bowed to despair. We have always known that the difficulties we face today do not last forever. The strength of our ancestors who fought for our freedom and for the sovereignty of our land continues to inspire us. Their sacrifices remind us that nothing worth having comes easily, and that the most profound achievements are born from hardship. Today we stand at a crossroads. The challenges we face may seem insurmountable to some, but for us they are simply another chapter in our long history of resilience. The people of Burkina Faso are not passive victims of circumstance. We are active agents of change. When faced with adversity, we have always found ways to adapt, to innovate, and to persevere, whether it is rebuilding our communities after a disaster, finding solutions to our economic difficulties, or coming together to combat forces that seek to destabilize our nation. We have always found the strength to rise again. What fuels this resilience is our unwavering hope for the future. Despite the difficulties, we have not lost sight of the possibilities that lie ahead. Our hope is not just an abstract dream, but a tangible vision for what Burkina Faso can become. It is a vision of a prosperous nation where our children grow up in safety, where economic opportunity is available to all, and where our cultural heritage is celebrated and preserved for generations to come. This hope is not built on empty promises or wishful thinking. It is built on action, on the understanding that the future we envision will require hard work, sacrifice, and unity. The people of Burkina Faso are ready to take on this challenge. We understand that real change will not come overnight, but we are prepared to walk the long road ahead. Every step we take, no matter how difficult, is a step toward a brighter future. Our resilience has been tested time and again, but with each test we have only grown stronger. We know that we cannot do it alone, but we also know that as long as we stand together, nothing can break us. We are a people who know how to rebuild, how to regroup, and how to move forward, even when the road ahead seems uncertain. Our resilience is not just a matter of surviving, it is a matter of thriving, of ensuring that we build a future where the children of Burkina Faso can look back on these difficult times not with regret, but with pride in how we overcame. So, as we face the challenges of today, we do so with the confidence that the strength of our people, the hope that binds us, and the determination to rise above will guide us to a better tomorrow. The struggles we face now will one day be the stories we tell our children, stories of how we rose together as one. In a time when Burkina Faso faced immense challenges, both internally and externally, Ibrahim Traoré emerged not as a leader seeking power or recognition, but as one driven by a profound sense of duty to his country. His rise to leadership came amidst a volatile period where political instability, security threats, and the erosion of national unity had left the nation in a state of uncertainty. In the face of these difficulties, Traore did not hesitate to take action, understanding that the stakes were far too high for indecision. His leadership has always been focused on one central goal: to protect and safeguard the future of Burkina Faso and its people. Unlike many who seek positions of power for personal gain, Traoré's motivations have always been deeply rooted in a sense of responsibility. His primary concern has never been about maintaining his position or expanding influence, but rather ensuring that the country he loves so deeply can survive and prosper. This selfless approach to leadership is what has resonated with the people of Burkina Faso. It is rare to see such humility in a leader, especially at a time when the nation was grappling with violent extremism, economic strain, and the displacement of countless families. But Ibrahim Traoré did not shy away from the challenge. He stepped forward, not with promises, but with a clear, focused vision for a better future for Burkina Faso. His leadership has been shaped by a deep understanding of the urgency of the moment. He recognizes that Burkina Faso's future is not something that can be taken for granted, and that if the country is to survive the present crisis, it requires a steady hand at the helm. Ibrahim Traoré has consistently shown that he is willing to make tough decisions for the greater good. His leadership is characterized by pragmatism, courage, and the ability to unite the people of Burkina Faso under a common cause. His decisions, though sometimes controversial, are always guided by the principle of what is best for the nation, and his actions speak louder than any rhetoric could ever do. Throughout his tenure, Traoré has shown that true leadership is about service, not self-interest. He has refused to be swayed by the temptations of power or the allure of personal gain. Instead, he has focused on what is essential for the nation: security, stability, and the well-being of the people. His efforts to restore order and security in the face of armed insurgencies have been central to his leadership, and he has worked tirelessly to ensure that the government remains focused on protecting the most vulnerable in society, particularly those in rural areas who have borne the brunt of the violence. Traoré's leadership also extends to the moral compass he provides for the nation. In times of crisis, it is easy for a society to lose its way, to succumb to fear and division. However, under Ibrahim Traoré's guidance, Burkina Faso has seen a renewal of its commitment to unity. He has always emphasized the importance of national solidarity, reminding the people that only by coming together can they hope to overcome the forces that seek to tear the country apart. His leadership is not just about tactical decisions, but about nurturing the spirit of togetherness and hope that is vital for rebuilding the nation. Furthermore, Traore's leadership is built on accountability. He is not a leader who hides behind bureaucracy or avoids responsibility. He takes ownership of the decisions made during his leadership and is always ready to face the consequences, whether the outcome is positive or negative. This integrity has helped build trust in his leadership among the people, as they know that his commitment to their well-being is genuine and unwavering. In the face of adversity, Ibrahim Traoré has proven to be a leader who acts not out of ambition, but out of love for his country. His focus on duty, service, and sacrifice has set a powerful example for the future generations of Burkina Faso. Through his leadership, the nation has seen the potential for recovery, even in the darkest of times, and the hope for a brighter future remains strong. In the face of overwhelming adversity, one of the most remarkable aspects of Ibrahim Traoré's leadership has been his ability to bring the people of Burkina Faso together. Unity is the foundation upon which any great nation is built, and under his guidance we have witnessed the transformation of division into strength. In a time where the forces of violence, extremism, and division sought to tear us apart, Traoré's leadership has become a beacon of hope, reminding us of the power of coming together as one people, one nation. Before his leadership, Burkina Faso was a country beset by internal divisions, many of which were exacerbated by external threats. The rise of terrorist groups, the displacement of countless families, and the economic challenges that come with such instability left deep scars in the national psyche. People found themselves torn between different groups, leading to a sense of helplessness and despair. In such times, it is easy for societies to fracture, with people retreating into their own corners, distrustful of one another, afraid of the future. Yet, Ibrahim Traoré recognized that the only way forward was through unity, and he worked tirelessly to instill this vision in the hearts of every Burkinabe citizen. His leadership has served as a reminder that while our differences may exist, our shared identity as Burkinabé is what binds us. He has emphasized time and again that the strength of a nation lies not in the individual, but in the collective. His call for unity transcended political, ethnic, and regional boundaries. Traoré's leadership has been inclusive, recognizing that the country cannot move forward if any group is left behind. In a time when fear and suspicion could easily have driven wedges between us, he consistently encouraged dialogue, cooperation, and mutual respect. Under his leadership, we have seen communities that were once divided come together to address common challenges. The idea of Burkina Faso first has taken hold in the hearts of many, replacing the sense of division with a shared commitment to a better future. For many, this shift has been nothing short of transformative. Where there was once a feeling of isolation and alienation, now there is a renewed sense of belonging. People understand that their collective strength is far greater than any individual struggle. This is the essence of what makes a nation truly strong, a shared vision of prosperity and peace, built on the foundation of unity. One of the most powerful examples of this unity under Traoré's leadership has been the national mobilization in the fight against terrorism. The insurgencies that have plagued our borders and cities have sought to create fear, to break the spirit of the people. Yet rather than allowing terror to divide us, Traoré has rallied the population to stand firm. Citizens from all walks of life, whether young or old, rural or urban, have come together in defense of their homeland. Communities that were once skeptical of government efforts have found common ground with security forces, local leaders, and even international partners, all working toward the same goal: ensuring the survival of Burkina Faso as a sovereign, peaceful, and unified nation. Beyond the security challenges, Traoré has also worked to address the social and economic divisions that plague our society. Through policies and initiatives aimed at promoting social cohesion, he has fostered a sense of collective responsibility for rebuilding the nation. The work of healing is not just the responsibility of the government, but of every Burkinabe citizen. He has encouraged collaboration between various sectors of society, government, civil society, business, and the ordinary people to work together in restoring peace and rebuilding our economy. The unity that Ibrahim Traoré has fostered is not a fleeting or superficial unity based on mere rhetoric. It is a deep, tangible connection between the people, rooted in the understanding that we are all in this together. His leadership has shown that when we stand united, no force, no matter how powerful, can break our resolve. The challenges we face are significant, but they are not insurmountable. With the strength of unity, we will overcome them. Through his example, Traore has reminded us that a divided people are a weakened people, but a united nation is an unstoppable force. His leadership has given us the clarity and purpose to not only face the challenges of today, but to build a stronger, more resilient nation for tomorrow. Unity, in the end, is the foundation upon which we will rebuild Burkina Faso, and it is the key to our enduring strength as a people. The work that lies ahead for Burkina Faso is undeniably challenging, but it is also crucial for the survival and prosperity of our nation. The road to rebuilding is long and filled with obstacles, but we have no other choice but to remain committed to the future of Burkina Faso for ourselves and for the generations yet to come. This is not a task that can be put off or delegated to others. It is a shared responsibility that requires the unwavering dedication of every citizen, every community, and every institution in the country. As we look toward the future, it is essential to understand that the choices we make today will shape the destiny of Burkina Faso for years, even decades to come. The foundation of a prosperous and secure nation must be laid now, in this moment of crisis. Even though the work is hard and the path uncertain, each step we take must be guided by a vision of what Burkina Faso can become. Prosperous, peaceful, and sovereign, one that provides opportunity and security for all its citizens, regardless of their background or where they live. The challenges we face are many. Political instability, security threats, and economic struggles are just some of the issues that have plagued the nation for years. However, these challenges are not insurmountable. The true test of our commitment will be how we respond to these difficulties. Will we allow fear and uncertainty to divide us, or will we rise above them, united in our determination to build a better future? The choice is ours. We must be steadfast in our resolve to overcome the obstacles before us, to rebuild not only the physical structures of our nation, but also the moral and social fabric that binds us together. A prosperous Burkina Faso is one where all citizens have access to opportunity, education, healthcare, and a dignified life. It is a place where our children can grow up in safety and with the chance to achieve their dreams, free from the scourge of violence and poverty. But achieving this vision will require hard work, patience, and sacrifices. We cannot afford to take shortcuts or give in to the pressures of the present moment. Every decision we make, whether on the battlefield or in the halls of government, must be guided by our commitment to the long-term well-being of the nation. The path to a secure and sovereign Burkina Faso is also one of self-reliance. We must ensure that our country is not dependent on external forces for its survival. True sovereignty means having control over our resources, our security, and our future. It means building a strong, self-sustaining economy that can weather external shocks, and a society where every citizen feels empowered to contribute to the nation's growth. We must prioritize local industries, invest in our youth, and ensure that every Burkinabe has the opportunity to build a better life. As we work toward these goals, we must also remain rooted in the values that have always defined us as a people. Our commitment to justice, equality, and dignity must guide every policy, every decision, and every action. We cannot build a prosperous future by ignoring the very principles that make us who we are. Our social contract must be one of mutual respect, cooperation, and shared responsibility. We must ensure that no one is left behind, that every citizen feels valued and has a stake in the future of Burkina Faso. This commitment to the nation's future is not just a call for the leaders of the country to act, it is a call for each and every one of us, from the young to the elderly, From the cities to the villages, every Burkinabe has a role to play in this journey. The work ahead is not easy, but it is necessary. If we remain true to our values and keep the future of our children at the forefront of our efforts, there is no challenge that we cannot overcome. Together we can build a prosperous, safe, and sovereign Burkina Faso that will stand as a beacon of hope for generations to come. The time for action is now. The future is in our hands, and it is up to us to shape it. We must hold on to our commitment to a better tomorrow, not only for ourselves, but for the children and grandchildren who will inherit the world we create today. The work may be hard, but the reward will be worth it. A Burkina Faso that is strong, united, and free. Leadership is often seen as the role of a single individual, someone at the helm guiding the ship through turbulent waters. But in reality, leadership is far more than the work of one person. It is a collective responsibility that involves every citizen of a nation, each contributing their strengths, their ideas, and their efforts toward the common good. This is especially true in the case of Burkina Faso, where the challenges we face are so great that they can only be overcome through the collective will of the people. The work ahead requires us all, regardless of our age, gender, or background, to come together, united in our determination to rebuild our country and secure a better future for the generations to come. As we face the pressing challenges of insecurity, economic hardship, and political instability, it is crucial to remember that no one individual, no matter how capable, can solve these problems alone. The issues we face are too complex and the stakes are too high for us to rely on a single leader or a small group of people to bear the burden. Every citizen must recognize their role in the nation's recovery and take an active part in the process. This is not a time for passive waiting or hoping that someone else will solve the problems. This is a time for collective action, for every Burkinabe to step forward and contribute to the rebuilding of the nation. The power of a united people cannot be underestimated. History has shown time and again that when communities come together, when individuals set aside their differences and work toward a common goal, they can achieve extraordinary things. Whether in times of war, economic crisis, or social upheaval, the collective spirit has always been the key to overcoming adversity. Today, Burkina Faso is no different. The challenges we face are immense, but so too is our capacity for resilience and for collective action. Together, we have the power to turn the tide, to rise above our difficulties, and to create a nation that is stronger, more secure, and more prosperous than before. But unity does not simply mean physical togetherness. It means shared commitment, shared values, and shared goals. Each citizen of Burkina Faso must embrace the idea that the future of the country is not just in the hands of the government or the military, but in the hands of every individual. Whether you are a teacher, a farmer, a student, a doctor, or a business owner, your actions matter. The choices you make every day, the way you engage with your community, and the efforts you make to contribute to the national effort will all play a role in shaping the future of Burkina Faso. This call to collective action is not one that excludes anyone. It doesn't matter where you come from or what you do. What matters is that you recognize the importance of working together. The youth, the elders, men and women must all join hands in solidarity to rebuild the country. The strength of a nation lies not only in its leaders, but also in its people's ability to unite around a common cause. And this cause, our cause, is the survival and prosperity of Burkina Faso. The role of the government is to provide the framework, the leadership, and the resources necessary to guide the country toward its future. But the government cannot do it alone. Citizens must support their leaders by holding them accountable, by contributing to their communities, and by embracing the shared responsibility that comes with being a member of a nation. Community leaders, local groups, families, and individuals all have a vital role to play in the process of rebuilding. Moreover, collective action involves not just physical effort, but mental and emotional commitment. We must, as a nation, cultivate a spirit of solidarity and cooperation, a willingness to put aside our differences for the greater good. This is a time for empathy, for understanding, and for dialogue. It is a time for listening to one another, for recognizing the humanity in each other, and for working together to achieve the common goals we all share. The challenges before us are great, but they are not insurmountable. If we come together as a united people with a shared vision for the future, there is no limit to what we can achieve. Leadership in its truest form is not about one person leading the way, but about all of us moving forward together. Let us embrace this collective responsibility and take decisive action. The future of Burkina Faso depends on each and every one of us. In a world where instability and conflict can spread quickly, the sovereignty and freedom of a nation are constantly under threat. Burkina Faso, like many nations, faces external forces that seek to destabilize us and undermine the progress we have made as a people. These forces, whether they be violent extremist groups, foreign interference, or even internal divisions, are intent on sowing chaos, division, and fear. But it is during these times of uncertainty that the true strength and resolve of a nation are tested. We, the people of Burkina Faso, must stand firm in our commitment to defend our land, our sovereignty, and our freedom. This is not just a matter of survival. It is a matter of protecting the future of our children and preserving the dignity of our nation. Our sovereignty is the very foundation upon which our independence was built. It is what allows us to make decisions for ourselves, to chart our own course, and to shape our destiny. We have fought for this sovereignty, and it is not something we can afford to lose. As external forces seek to undermine our security, it is essential that we remain united in our resolve to protect our land and our freedom. To do otherwise would be to surrender not just our present, but also our future. The consequences of such an act would be far-reaching, affecting not only our generation, but the generations that follow. We must, therefore, stand together with unwavering determination to defend what is ours. Defending our sovereignty means not only protecting our borders from external threats, but also safeguarding the values that make Burkina Faso a unique and proud nation. Our freedom is not just a political or military matter, it is a cultural, social, and economic one. It is the freedom to determine our own future, the freedom to live with dignity, and the freedom to pursue happiness and well-being. These freedoms must be protected at all costs, as they form the very essence of what it means to be Burkinabe. As forces seek to destabilize us, we must reaffirm our commitment to these freedoms and to the principles that have always guided us: justice, equality, and respect for human dignity. The task of defending our sovereignty is not only the responsibility of the government or the military, it is the responsibility of every citizen. We all have a role to play in ensuring that Burkina Faso remains a free and sovereign nation, whether through supporting our security forces, staying informed about the challenges we face, or contributing to the stability of our communities. Each one of us has a part to play in the defense of our nation. It is through collective effort that we will rise above the forces that seek to tear us apart. Every small action, every act of solidarity, strengthens the resolve of the nation as a whole. We must all stand firm in our belief that Burkina Faso's sovereignty is non-negotiable and that our freedom is worth fighting for. By defending our sovereignty and freedom, we are not just securing our own future, we are sending a powerful message to the world. We are showing that Burkina Faso will not be intimidated or bowed by forces that seek to impose their will upon us. We are showing that we are a nation of people who are willing to fight for what is right, for what is just, and for what is ours. In standing firm, we demonstrate the strength of our convictions and the depth of our commitment to our nation. Our resolve to defend our land, our sovereignty, and our freedom is a testament to the courage and determination of the Burkinabe people. Moreover, this fight is not just about defending against external threats. It is also about ensuring that the future we leave behind is one of peace, prosperity, and dignity for our children and grandchildren. By standing firm in the face of adversity, we are building a future where they will be able to grow up in a nation that is secure, independent, and free. We are laying the groundwork for a Burkina Faso that will continue to thrive long after we are gone. Defending our sovereignty and freedom is not a one-time effort. It is an ongoing commitment, a daily battle that requires the unity and resolve of every citizen. The challenges we face are immense, but they are not insurmountable. By standing together with unwavering determination, we will not only secure our own future, but also honor the sacrifices made by those who came before us and ensure that Burkina Faso remains a beacon of freedom, dignity, and hope for future generations. The world will see what it means to fight for our land, our rights, and our children's future. And in doing so, we will show that the spirit of Burkina Faso is unbreakable and that we will never yield in the face of oppression or fear.